Subaru has always reserved the best for the home market, not only when it comes to parts but also vehicles, like the majority of the S-Series cars, the Spec C cars, so on and so forth. For some reason, Subaru has this gatekeeping mentality that prevents us from getting the best of the best. It's like the forbidden fruit, but for Subis. Now for the VB Generation WRX, the Japan spec cars have a catalog of STI parts that you can't option through the dealership outside of Japan. And we'll be going through those parts and how much they cost in this video. Also, stay tuned till the very end where we'll actually go through and spec out a new WRX using the Subaru Japan website to see how much it comes out to. Now let's start off with the aesthetic mods. Now in Japan and Australia, there are trim levels of the VB WRX that get a big wang. But this wang is different from the STI style from Import Image Racing and Aeroflow Dynamics. The wing bridge is almost identical, but the difference is at the wing bases. The ones from Aeroflow and Import Image Racing have sharp angles, whereas the OEM wing is more rounded off. And I personally really like the sharper angle wing bases much more. Now you can buy an OEM replica from JDM Muscle for $500 USD, or based on the Subaru Japan website where I started to option out a VB WRX, it's around 66,000 yen, which is around $464. So cheaper to go with the rep, and it's probably hard to tell the difference between the two. But this isn't the only OEM wing that the VB WRX can be equipped with. There is the dry carbon spoiler, which I call the mini Porsche GT3 wing, just because it also has swan neck support. This wing looks sweet but a little too race car for me, and it costs around $3,000 USD. Now let's move up to the front of the car and look at the JDM grills. So in North America, the only option from the dealer is the Sport Grille, whereas in Japan, they have the same type of grille but with something that many may think is an absolute crime. A Sport Grille with the STI badge. And this comes out to 57,000 yen, which is around $405 USD. But wait, there's more. The STI Sport R trim gets a gloss black version of the stock grille with the STI emblem as well. Now you can't buy this from the dealer in Japan as it's a standard feature in the sport trim model, but you can buy this one online for $210, which is cheaper than the sport grille variant. On a side note, I'm very jealous about the front camera the Japanese and Australian WRXs get. I can see how useful that can be, especially if you're lowered or have a nice front lip. Anyways, over to the wheels. I've always been a fan of the OEM wheels Subaru equipped the WRX and STI, but there are some really nice ones that Subaru Japan has for the JDM market for the VB WRX. There are 3 wheel options you can go with, and the first ones are the aluminum 18-inch STI wheels. Now you can option the gloss black version from your dealership here in the US or Canada, but you can't get the gunmetal or silver color as far as I'm aware. I really do like the Wolverine look with the 3 spokes being repeated around the wheel, and these come out to $1,500 USD, but the wheel options do get better. The second set of wheels are the BBS 19-inch forged wheels. These wheels were found on special edition VA STIs for the USDM market like the S209 and Type RA. The only difference though is that the S209 variant gets a 9-inch wide wheel and the Type RA gets an 8.5-inch wide wheel. The 19-inch wheel design fills up the wheel wells nicely and the overall wheel design is very clean. The only downside is the price. Subaru Japan prices these out to be around $4,300 USD, so not cheap, but you pay for what you get. The last wheel option, which is my personal favorite, are the 18-inch raised forged wheels. I'm a huge fan of the spoke design and the color options, especially the matte gun black. I think it's been a long time since Raze and STI collaborated on a wheel design. The last one that I can think of are the monoblock gold wheels, which I think were only for the GC8 STI, but correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. These wheels are priced right in the middle of the 2 other options at around $3,000 USD. One last bonus wheel, which I don't believe you can even option from the Subaru Japan dealerships, are the wheels from the 2024 Subaru WRX S4 STI Sport. Now these wheels are 19-inch forged BBSs, And you can't even option them out, as I mentioned before, as they're exclusive to that limited run model. So I don't even know how much they cost. But you can order the non-STI branded ones, as I believe they are the BBS REV7s, and they are priced around $5,000 USD, which is in the upper price range of wheels in general. Next up is the exhaust. You can option out the STI mufflers for the USDM model WRX, but Japan has a completely different one which I think looks way better. Here, let's quickly watch the sound clip. The design of these mufflers fill in the exhaust openings better than the USDM option and have a nice STI logo imprinted on the muffler tips themselves. I'd seriously consider ordering these if they weren't so damn pricey. There are a couple more parts which I believe are honorable mentions that I thought I should share with you. They can't be optioned out, but they are exclusive to the JDM market. The first part is the lower spoke trim replacement on the steering wheel. The VB WRX has this fake carbon weave texture which I'm not a huge fan of, but the gloss black STI one is miles better in my opinion. Here you can order it from Import Image Racing for around $70 USD. The last part I want to go through are the STI seats from the WRX Sport REX trim. Now these seats are identical to the TR seats except for the red leather and the embossed STI logo on the headrest. And based on the Subaru website, they are around 220,000 yen, which comes out to $1,600 USD. So that's pretty much it for JDM parts, but now let's go on the Subaru Japan website and spec out our own JDM WRX. Now here we are on the Subaru Japan website, and the first thing that I did was hit the translate button here, just so it could translate as much as it can from Japanese to English. But there will be some things that will remain in Japanese, but that is fine. It'll be enough for us to go through and spec out our WRX. So the first thing we do is go and try to meander toward the WRX S4, which is what they call it over there in Japan. That's the only trim they've got, or I guess model variant they've got of the WRX. And the first thing you see is the big weighing version with the nice gloss black STI grille. Alrighty, so let's go and try to find how to build one. All right, so we can get a quote. All right, so do we want to go with the GTH EX or the STI Sport REX? Come on, we got to go for the STI Sport REX. And of course, we are getting it in sapphire blue. So the optional items here listed are the Recaro seats with the STI logo, the sunroof, and the large rear spoiler. And of course, we are going to option out all three of those. So we are going to not get the KJ, the Killjoy maybe, KR, the Goalkeeper, I don't think that's the right translation, KK, or the KY. All right, we're gonna go for the KY, sorry. Because you know we have to get the best of the best. We need the Recaro seats, we need the sunroof, we need the big wang. See, this is sick. Like, I don't know if the US Subaru website has this 3D view, but the Canada website is abysmal. It looks like it was made from the early 2000s. Okay, so we got the color picked out. We have all our options picked out. This is our interior. Look at that red leather with the STI logo embossed, like I mentioned earlier. Ah, this is nice. I know the TS will probably be the same type of coloring, but with blue. And I know it's gonna have that TS logo here instead of the STI logo. So let's see all the options here. So there are some JDM exclusives. So they have the what is this, electronic toll collection. In my JDM Subis that I had, the GC8 and the Bug-Eye, this ETC was installed, and every time you start your car, it says something in Japanese, like it's a Japanese lady saying something. I'll see if I can find a recording and I'll put it on for you guys. Oh, here are the grills that I mentioned earlier. So let's throw on, oh, actually we already have that STI grill. But let's get the wheels. Yes, let's do this one. Matte gun black. Ooh, look at the floor carpet for the STI. Let's take a look at that. Oh, that's kind of hype, guys. It's 38 or almost 39,000 yen, so that's 300 US. That looks sick. Oh, there's an S4 variant as well. I wonder if we can source this from eBay or something. That'd be nice. Electrical equipment, a dash cam. See, this is something that I believe all manufacturers should put, is an OEM dash cam. It's for safety, front and back, personally. Like, you already put cameras with the eyesight. Like, what's a little more to actually record what's happening? So let's throw in the dash cam. Let's put the side sill plate. So they have the LED STI version 1 and they have S4 version 1. Let's go for the STI one. Come on, we're going full STI wannabe. Rear view camera blower. What the hell is that? So I think it cleans your rear view camera, which is awesome. See, like, they figured, like, so you don't have to go around to the back of your car and wipe it off. Subaru Japan is always one step ahead. We just don't get the good stuff. You can switch over the LED fog lamps here from yellow to clear, which is kind of cool. I'll just get the Luminex overlays. It's cheaper that way. So we have a whole bunch of aero packages here. We have aero package 1, aero package 2. So all of these mods, except for the grille, you can pretty much get from your US dealer. Now, the one thing to note is you do get the OEM F1 light or fog light here. I think that's a standard thing that you need to get. So let's see what we've got. So we have the wheels, which is around 415,000 yen. We have the floor carpet, STI floor carpets, which I think is sick. We put in a dash cam and we put in the side sill plate. And that comes out to 516,000 yen with all the options included. And let's see the final price. So all in, we're at 6,262,000 or 6,263,000 yen. Almost 44K US. So is that how much a TR trim is? I'll see, I'm not sure, but is it worth it? If this was a manual, I wouldn't mind just having all of these parts throw on OEM. So that's pretty much it, guys. So in total, we're spending around 34,000 USD to option out a VB WRX in Japan. Yes, it's automatic, so that's a crappy part. If it was manual, then it would probably be more worth it. But what do you guys think? Do you think the options were kind of cool? What options would you throw onto this car if you could, if they were available on this side of the pond? Anyways, that's it for this video. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed. I will catch you all in the next video. Take care.